Hey guys, so for today's video, I have a full face of first impressions. I'm so excited to get started, you guys. I actually just finished testing out another new foundation and it was such a fail for me. That video actually is already up. If you haven't seen it already, check it out. So we're gonna try another new foundation today. This is the Makeup Revolution Foundation Stick. So I have 3 different shades because I figured I would get one for contouring. So yeah, before we get into that, I wanna just use a primer. This isn't a first impressions on this primer because just making sure my mic was on. Because whenever I try a new foundation, I like to just use a primer that I know I love already. So this is the Makeup Revolution stick. I'm really excited to try this. I know a lot of people have been testing it out. To be honest with you guys, I haven't seen any reviews. I know everybody says that, but I seriously haven't seen any reviews. I don't really know what this even claims to be. I only bought it because everyone's talking about it. This is called the Fast Base Stick Foundation. I got mine in the shade F10, and then I also picked up F8. So these are the two, 8 and then 10. And then I also picked up F14, yeah, 14 just for some contouring. So I think I'm gonna use the shade F8 just because it's a bit lighter than F10. Actually, let's swatch them. And then this is F10. This is F8. From my experience with stick foundations, you kind of always need to apply a little bit more with stick foundations because they're never like extremely full coverage, and I like full coverage. Oh. Also, my experience with stick foundations, they work better blending out with a brush since it is more of a cream. So let's just see how this goes. I'm going to use the Huda Beauty brush. You know what? It blends really nicely. And as I was applying it, it feels smooth. Sorry, I don't know why, but my camera was just all out of focus. So it's blending out really easily. And I kind of like to do like more motions like this. If I move it around too much, I feel like I get less coverage. Wow, this is giving a very even, smooth finish so far. Wow, this looks very smooth and very even on the skin. I actually really like this. And it's actually such a nice match. So my problem with medium coverage foundations usually is when you get that medium coverage, it just looks patchy. Like you don't get that even coverage. Even if it's not full, it should always be even. And right now, even though this is not full coverage, it's even. Like I don't feel like my skin is looking patchy or anything. This is definitely more medium. So what I am gonna do is build it up and let's see how it builds. I think this might be like a new fave stick foundation, you guys. And this shade is not too yellow, which I like that because I don't like a shade that's too yellow. So it doesn't feel the lightest on the skin. Like it's not feeling heavy, but it's not feeling the lightest wear. You definitely can feel that you're wearing something a little bit. So I didn't need to put that much on the second layer. So I'm just kind of removing a little bit. I really like the finish that this is giving as well. It kind of is giving a very natural finish. It's not fully matte and it's not fully dewy either. So moving on, I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. And this one is in the shade C8. You guys might have seen already my my first impressions on this concealer, and I just wasn't a huge fan of the shade that I purchased, so I'm just kind of testing this shade out. Oh, I actually like this shade. It's not as light as I normally like it to be, but it's definitely the right tone. Like the other shades that I purchased were just too like pinky peachy. So I'm just gonna go ahead and blend that out. I feel like whenever I don't have the proper shade in a concealer, it's hard for me to really see how I like the formula because I'm just so distracted by how the shade is not a good match. So now that I have this nice shade, let's see. It looks really healthy under the eye. And it blends out nicely. I'm really liking this, especially this combination. So next I'm going to try contouring with the foundation, but in the shade F14. Actually, you know what I really want to try doing? I have the Maybelline Dark Circle Eraser. I want to try bronzing with this and then contouring with this, and let's see how that goes. This concealer is in the shade Hazelnut. I love this Maybelline concealer, but I've never used it for like cream bronzing or contouring, so let's see. There we go. We finally got some product, so I'm just going to put a little bit because I don't know how this is going to go, so I'm just going to try to, even though it looks like a lot. See. So I don't think I'm like dying living for it. I mean, it's working and it looks pretty good. Maybe it's just the shade that I'm not like living for, but it's definitely, it's doing the job and it's blending out nicely. I like this concealer formula anyway, so I don't see why it wouldn't work as a contour bronzer. So now let's try contouring with this guy. Even though this does look, you know, a bit dark, I'll just go light-handed with it. Whew, very full. Like, you only need the tiniest amount if you're gonna use this for contouring. Let's do some of the nose. That color does look really nice though. It just needs to really be blended out now. It just blends out very easily. I really love the formula of these foundation sticks. You guys definitely need to try these out. I'm really liking it. You know what's funny? This almost, I feel like, is like the stick version of the Huda Beauty foundation. Okay, so I really like the finish of this foundation on its own, so I'm not going to do any powder and any setting. But I am going to test out this new bronzer by Anastasia. They came out with 6 different shades, and honestly, they all look so beautiful. This one is in the shade Saddle. I am actually really excited to try this because I am a bronzer sucker, but I don't want to pick up too much product. Whenever I'm trying a new bronzer, I'm always like, oh, let me just pick up a little bit at a time. So I just picked up a little bit, maybe dabbed it like 2-3 times. Tap it off. Whew. That is a beautiful shade. Wow, that's a really beautiful shade, especially for summer coming up. And of course, they just apply very smooth. I'm not shocked at all. I have this really cool new kind of like loose highlight from Wet n Wild that I really want to try, but then I also have the Morphe and Bretman Rock little highlight palette that looks amazing. I love the like shade range. So what I think I'm going to do is try this one first and then maybe layer them, or, you know, whatever. I'm going to try both of them. I'm going to find a way to try both of them. How beautiful does this Wet n Wild loose powder look, you guys? Or loose highlighting powder. So I'm going to pick up only a little bit because it does seem kind of sparkly and it does seem like it might be a little bit too light for me. So I'm only going to try a little bit. Ooh, that is hella not sparkly, sorry, hella bright. Wow. Ooh. Wow, but that's lit. Like, you guys definitely need to try this. I am going to try the Bretman Rock on this side, but you guys are probably not going to, the light doesn't really hit me on this side as much, so you guys are probably not going to really see, but I'll be able to tell you guys. So I think I'm going to use this shade, maybe mix a little bit of this. Oh yeah, that is beautiful. I think I'm going to layer it on top of here. Woo! Beaming. So this shade in the Bretman Rock is a little bit too dark for me. Like, it just has a little bit too much gold in there for my skin tone. So I feel like this one would be perfect, or mixing the two is perfect. Here's a little bit more of a close-up of the Wet n Wild one. Okay, so I have the new Anastasia Soft Glam palette, which I've been just dying to try. Here's how it looks if you haven't seen it. Very, very, very beautiful. I really like this. It's like I've lately been into soft glam, so it's interesting that they kind of just came out with this. Okay, so I have to show you guys. I just got these in the mail like 2-3 weeks ago, and I've yet to play with them, but I'm so excited. This is the Incredible You Glow Girl. So they are a jelly highlighter. We have 2 different shades. We have this beautiful like iridescent shade, and then this really pretty like orangey bronzy gold copper shade. So I obviously cannot pull this off on the face. If you are a darker skin tone, ooh, you're gonna love this, but I have to swatch these for you guys. And then this one, if you're a lighter skin tone, it's gonna look amazing. So these two aren't really for my skin tone, but I am dying, you guys, to use this on the lid. Carly Bybel actually, for her Valentine's Day tutorial, I fell in love with that like iridescent purpley kind of vibe that she had for the whole makeup look. So I think I'm gonna recreate that today. I'm like just really inspired by that today. So since I can't pull this off on the face, I thought I need to try these on the eyes. So today I'm just really calling for this one right here. When you touch it, it's like jelly. So I just picked up some of it on the finger. Oh man, you guys. Like, this is lit, okay? So I really want to show you guys this one too. How gorgeous. I just picked some of it up on the finger. And let's do a swatch here. Oh my Like, are you not living for that? Oh my god, if you guys have deeper skin, this is gonna look amazing on the face, but honestly, I just wanna like drench these on my eyes. So since I wanna use this on the eyes, I think I'm only gonna get to use like nice transition shades from the Soft Glam because I just really wanna try these on the eyes. So yeah, let's just get into some transitions from the Soft Glam palette and let's just see how this works. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is let's just pick up Orange Soda first just to kind of start off. And I actually want to extend my crease, so I'm going to keep this high up. Of course, they're blending beautifully. So I think next I'm actually going to take Sienna, and I'm also going to put that up here. And again, create that faux crease. I'm just going to blend out that shadow with a clean brush. I just realized I didn't even do my brows, and I always do my brows before my eyeshadow. What is up with me today? Today is like full of fails. So I really want to take this beautiful purple from the Desert Dusk palette, and I just want this look to be very like light and airy, so I don't want to add too much of this, but I still want to add some of that purple tint. Okay, so I don't know how to apply this. I feel like I'm just gonna try my finger first and see what happens. Wow, oh my god, you guys, that is just magical. I feel like a little unicorn. So I'm gonna use a little blender brush to kind of move the product around because this is a very like wet jelly highlight. So I feel like I do need some like guidance and some help moving it around. Okay, so I also have, this is a Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit Liquid Eyeshadow in the shade Goth Tears. This is like a nice purple blue duochrome, but I still want this like eye to be very like sheer and like light and airy, so I don't want to add too much of this, but I still want to kind of like try it. So I feel like I'm going to just like add the tiniest amount on the brush and slowly build it up maybe. I'm just going to add a little bit of this. Oh yeah. I'm just going to pick up a little bit more of the jelly highlight and top it off. So let's pick up like this rosy kind of highlight and mix it with this whiter shade and put that in the inner corner. And then what I do want to do is pick up a little bit more of this iridescent jelly highlight and just put a little bit of that in there. So I want the under eye to be very like natural and feathery, so I'm just taking a little bit of Orange Soda. This is the Sigma E36. I'm taking a little bit of Sienna, a little bit of that purple from the Desert Dusk palette, and then I do want to take that purple from the Desert Dusk palette and just apply it really close to the lash. I am doing my makeup completely out of order today. I don't know what's up with me. I'm going to do my brows last. I feel like moving on to lips before I even finish mascara. I just feel like it. So what I'm going to do is use Candy K by Kylie. And I don't really know what lip color to use. I want to do like I kind of just want to do like a pinky iridescent glossy type of lip. So probably going to use this. This is the Save the Date gloss by Dose of Colors. I'm just going to put on a little bit of that. This is the Always On liquid lipstick in Fair Game. This feels super smooth. Then I'm going to see how this looks. This is the Dose of Colors gloss. Oh wow, so pretty. But I just want to use a little bit, like I don't want it to look too wild. I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows, pop on some falsies, fix up my hair, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so that is pretty much it, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video and also enjoyed this look. I personally really love it. I feel like a little mermaid. I love like the iridescent vibes and the glossy lips. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed. Like, thumbs up for more full face of first impressions. Please don't forget to subscribe and sign up for notifications by clicking the little bell icon beside the subscribe button. And that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. Mwah.